Now on CoastTV News.
Oath of office, Donald Trump has been sworn in. He is president yet again, and he's already making moves. Watching and cheering, local supporters of the president gathered to celebrate together. And post-presidency, what the Biden family's future looks like and where on the coast they're expected to spend some time. Plus, freezing temps on Delmarva, what people on the coast are doing to stay warm.
Tracking the coldest air mass so far this season. We're tracking wind chills as low as -5. I'll let you know when those will arrive and how long this Arctic air is going to grip Delmarva coming up.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Playing to the crowd, the 45th and now 47th President of the United States embracing his day. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to CoastTV News at 11. We begin tonight with the presidential inauguration, a history-making day in Washington. Donald Trump is inaugurated as the nation's 47th president, the second of only two presidents to serve non-consecutive terms. NBC's Susan McGinnis is on Capitol Hill with a look at the inaugural events and more.
At the first inaugural ball for President Trump and the First Lady, even though it's their second time around. It's one of three balls capping a day filled with ceremonies, celebrations, even an indoor parade. But amid the festivities and galas, it was down to business. President Trump signing a flurry of executive orders trying to fulfill his campaign promises, including pardons for about 1,500 criminal defendants charged in the January 6th attack on the Capitol.
We hope they come out tonight, frankly.
About 10 actions are aimed at the U.S. border, including deporting undocumented migrants, resuming construction of the border wall, and restarting the Remain in Mexico policy. Another order attempts to end birthright citizenship, requiring a reinterpretation of the 14th Amendment. And President Trump is ordering changes in U.S. energy and climate policy.
We have more oil and gas than any country in the world, and we're going to use it. We're not going to do the wind thing. I'm immediately withdrawing from the unfair, one-sided Paris Climate Accord ripoff.
An ambitious day one agenda as President Trump reclaims the White House.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
Promising a new era for America. Susan McGinnis, NBC News, Washington.
Many of the president's executive orders are sure to be met with legal challenges. And new today, Delaware Senator Chris Coons released a statement on the second inauguration of President Trump, saying in part, quote, "If President Trump acts in the best interest of the American people, I will work with him constructively. When he does not, I will oppose him," end quote. Senator Coons also spoke on President Biden departing Washington, saying, quote, "Delaware stands ready to welcome you home," end quote. You didn't have to be in Washington to watch the inauguration. One group was planning to bus to the Capitol to see the act in person, but they had a change of plans. They cheered on the president at a watch party in Lombardi's in Salisbury, and supporters there say it was important to still come together to show their support.
There are a lot of Trump supporters out there, and some of them are afraid to come out because of all the rhetoric, all the negativity that the man has gotten, and just we need him back to make us great again.
Supporters there tell us they are looking for him to focus on taxes, the southern border, and they're excited by his campaign promises. Meanwhile, taking a look at the outgoing administration, the Bidens left the White House for California today, but Delaware, of course, is their home, both in Wilmington and here along the coast. CoastTV's Madeline Overturf shows us where the now former First Family is expected to spend some time.
Since 2017, the Bidens have called this North Shore's home their beach house. They called it a dream at the time. The Bidens have made countless trips to the coast since then, the President and First Lady often keeping a low profile, say visits to the beach, biking in Cape Henlopen State Park, and attending church at St. Edmunds in downtown Rehoboth. Biden has occasionally delivered remarks at the Rehoboth Beach City Hall complex.
The job market is as strong as it's been.
Aside from Rehoboth, the now former president made many trips to Return Day as a senator and once even as vice president. In Biden's farewell address, he paid tribute to his Newcastle County ties.
Only in America do we believe anything is possible. Like a kid with a stutter from modest beginnings in Scranton, Pennsylvania, in Claremont, Delaware, sitting behind this desk in the Oval Office as President of the United States. That's the magic of America.
It's not clear yet what retirement looks like. Maybe more trips to the movies at Midway or Egg Restaurant on the Avenue, but likely more time in Rehoboth Beach, which, according to a Summer Vogue profile of the First Lady, is her favorite place in the world. A place you'll probably see them walking the beach again soon. For CoastTV News, I'm Madeline Overturf.
Taking a live look outside into Ocean City, our First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobuono joins us with a look at our weather.
Well, it was a cold one out there today. Some of us saw a few snow showers and flurries, and this is only a taste of what is to come. In fact, we are not going to get above the freezing mark until Thursday afternoon. So this is going to be a long stretch of bitterly cold air. We have cold weather advisories in effect for Sussex and Kent County. Those run through noon on Wednesday for bitterly cold wind chills anywhere between about 0 to -5. Those extend southward. Comico, Somerset, as well as Wicomico and Worcester counties. Those run through 10 a.m. on Tuesday. Now, we are clear right now, and we're going to see temperatures struggle to get out of the lower 20s over the next few days. Overnight lows dipping as far as the single digits, and those dangerous wind chills the next few mornings, anywhere between about 0 to -5, and maybe a little sneaky snow tomorrow night for the coast. We'll talk more about that coming up here in just a few moments.
You just heard Chris explain that this cold that we are stuck with, it's going to be around, and you may be taking a few extra peeks at your Coast TV weather app over the next few days, just hoping something changes or warms up. Our Coast TV news reporter, Brendan Conroy, is out there in the cold now. Brendan, what's the temperature where you are? What's it looking like on the coast?
Charlie, it's still very cold out here. Let's do our 11 p.m. thermometer update. Right now, I've been holding this with my gloves, so it might be a little bit higher than it should be because of my warm gloves, but we're right below that 25-degree mark still. If you take a look at the area behind me, this is the problem people have with the cold. You can see sheets of ice, snow just frozen over, but the biggest problem is right here. If you can look closely, there's black ice, the stuff that you can't see. It blends into the pavement and it makes you slip. Cars can swerve off the road. We won't see any of this go away until those temperatures get up past those freezing points. And when I spoke with people on the coast about what they're doing to stay warm and safe, this is what they told me.
It's already been quite the chilly winter here on the coast, and January hasn't even ended yet.
I really hate it.
For those on Delmarva, they have had to get used to all the snowy roads and sidewalks, along with the increasingly colder temperatures. Kevin Steele works for Pro Exteriors and was outside in the cold for his shift all day Monday.
Yeah, no matter how many times I come outside, it's not enjoyable in the cold. Don't get used to it at all.
But he does his best to stay as warm as possible through being active.
Not looking forward to the next couple of days, but I mean, yeah, as long as I keep moving, it's not so bad.
Michael Craig, who lives in Milton, says he already has plans to avoid the cold.
Go to Florida is at the end of the week, and I'm getting out of here.
He told Coast TV he is not a big fan of these inconsistent weather patterns.
I check the weather apps at least 6 to 8 times a day because it changes.
Take a look at the thermometer we got from the weather desk. It's right above that 25-degree mark, so temperatures are still very cold, and that's leading to this. If you take a look behind me, all of these piles of snow have turned in from that soft slush that you know to the hard, stiff ice that's formed up, and it's so stiff, you can even pop a squat and wait for your ride.
People move to the coast in part because we don't get a lot of this type of cold weather, but every now and then mercury does drop. And locals in the area told us they are doing their best to stay warm and bundled up through these next few days.
You'd expect to see these temperatures until the end of the week, and although it still will be close to those freezing points, it'll be a little bit past it. And those people on the coast that we spoke to said they're going to do their best to stay as warm and safe as they can throughout the rest of the week. Live in Lewis, Brendan Conroy, Coast TV News.
I think my favorite part of that story was the guy going, I hate it. I get it, man. I understand. Now it's time for our Coast TV poll. We want to know which job would be the hardest out in the cold. We saw some folks working out there. Let's take a look at some of the results. Here is what we've got. This was pretty close. Watermen getting 38%. That is your leader. Construction work, though, at 34%, right behind them. You're also seeing some votes for road crews, trash pickup, and first responders. Now, if you haven't voted yet, you can still do that at CoastTV.com or use the Coast TV mobile app. DelDOT is looking for public input on plans to improve biking and walking in Georgetown. A public workshop will take place Tuesday, January 21st from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. That's going to be at the Georgetown Public Library, where attendees can review project materials. They can ask some questions. People who can't attend can still share their opinions by mailing or emailing DelDOT, and all comments are welcome before the final decisions are made. New today, check out these pictures. First responders helped get this car down from that electric pole. According to the Georgetown Fire Company, the crash happened around 11 p.m. on Saturday at the intersection of Zoar Road and Governor Stokely Road. Just incredible pictures there. The fire company says Delaware Cooperative helped in making sure everything was de-energized before crews could safely remove the car. We're just getting going this evening. Coming up next, recruitment issues for Ocean City Police. What officers say is holding up potential new recruits.
Cloudy skies for your Tuesday in both Cambridge and Crisfield. Highs only in the lower 20s, feeling like the teens, and it gets even worse Wednesday morning. We'll talk how low those wind chills are going to fall coming up.
Bring in 2025 with a new roof from Spicer Brothers. Right now, get 20% off materials, plus save 25% on your entire roofing project. Our expert team is dedicated to providing unmatched customer service and quality craftsmanship. It's the perfect time to upgrade your home and start the year strong. So don't miss out on the 2025 savings with 20% off materials and 25% off your entire roofing project. Visit SpicerBros.com or call now to schedule your free consultation. Make Spicer Brothers your New Year's resolution, because you deserve the best.
Come out for the Delmarva Shorebirds Hot Stove Banquet, Thursday, January 30th at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center. Get your tickets today, which includes a buffet-style dinner and your opportunity to meet Orioles manager Brandon Hyde. Plus, there'll be a cash bar and silent auction with sports memorabilia from your favorite MLB and minor league teams. Proceeds benefit the Shorebirds Fly Together Fund. Tickets available now at theshorebirds.com.
Well, it has been well advertised over the last few days. The Arctic air is here, and we're going to see the core of this Arctic air mass roll in here Tuesday through Wednesday. You can see temperatures well below zero through Minneapolis and Pierre, and this air mass is sinking as far south as the Gulf of Mexico coast. This air means business. So as we roll through tomorrow, single-digit feel-like temperatures. Tomorrow afternoon, only feeling like the teens, and the worst is going to be Wednesday morning, where we could dip as low as -5 as far as that wind chill is concerned. And because of that, the National Weather Service has that cold weather advisory in effect for Kent and Sussex County. That runs through noon on Wednesday. Further to the south, Accomack, Somerset, Wicomico, and Worcester counties, that runs through 10 a.m. on Tuesday. And we also have freezing spray advisories for coastal areas. This is due in part because we could get some ice accretion along the coast, along vessels and docks, so keep that in mind. High pressure in full control virtually right over Delmarva here over the next few days, locking us in to this bitterly cold air mass. Tonight we fall into the lower teens. Wouldn't surprise me if some of us fall into the upper single digits away from the coast under partly cloudy skies. The bigger story, the wind chills. It's going to feel like 3 in Selbyville tomorrow morning, 4 in Lewis. By the afternoon, feeling like the teens. By Wednesday morning, as I mentioned, this is when we expect the core of it to come 0. Feeling like an Ellendale, 0 in Seaford. Some areas dipping as low as the single digits. And I think Thursday morning is the last morning of the bitterly cold air. When you get wind chills anywhere from 0 to -5, it only takes a half hour or less to get frostbite. So that is what we're expecting as we go into Wednesday. So keep that in mind. Layer up. cover any exposed skin if you're out for a prolonged period of time, especially Tuesday and Wednesday morning. Highs tomorrow, we're expecting a lot of cloud cover. Temperatures only in the lower 20s, but the bigger story is the real field temperatures feeling more like the teens with that northwest wind anywhere between 5 to 10 miles an hour. We're going to have quite a historical snowstorm across the Gulf Coast here with ice and snow. That area of low pressure is going to track off the North Carolinas Tuesday night and Wednesday, and we may just see some snow graze the coastal areas as we get into Tuesday night. You can see the clouds in play throughout the day on Tuesday, but then as we go into Tuesday night, you can see some of that snow extending from Rehoboth down through Ocean City, could pick up a quick coating, and then we see the bitterly cold air into Wednesday. Marion Kaminsky of Lewis, Delaware, you're the winner of our Paul Davis umbrella, and your Paul Davis 7-day shows highs struggling to get out of the teens on Wednesday. Overnight lows, single digits, and we gradually rebound back into the 30s Friday and Saturday, and we're up into the upper 40s by Sunday.
Ocean City Police say they have positions to fill and they need to fill them fast. According to a recent police commission meeting, Ocean City Police say applicants are struggling to get through the background process. 10 positions are new but still open. Police are hoping to hire full-time officers and public safety officers before the summer.
Keeping Ocean City safe. That's the police department's #1 priority year-round. And Joanne Grayson says they do a great job.
I work in a local hotel, and a few times we've needed, they have been responsive. They've been there. It hasn't been an issue.
According to a report given to the police commission, arrests have gone down significantly in 2024, with only 58 arrests this year. While crime seems to be down, recruitment has been a long-lasting issue. According to the Ocean City Council, they budgeted for 130 different full-time officers, but according to the department, they currently only have 109 of those filled, and they're looking to fill the rest. In the hopes of recruiting more officers, police recently moved their hiring process online, giving them the ability to apply in the comfort of their own homes. But according to the department, the biggest issue being faced is getting the applicants through the background process. With about 20 positions to fill, Grayson thinks more has to be done to fill those spots before the busy season.
Well, I think part of it is budget. They may not be able to be as competitive as other jurisdictions. And maybe a lot of people don't want to live on the Eastern Shore.
According to the minutes released on the police commission meeting, when the commission asked if the pay was acceptable for officers, the city manager and police command staff deferred this question due to ongoing negotiations.
City documents show negotiations for a new contract for police are currently being discussed, with the deadline being March 1st. Still to come, new pros, new cons, the good and the bad when it comes to those oh-so-popular weight loss drugs. But first, honoring Martin Luther King Jr. by providing meals for kids and giving back to the community.
I would never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel pretty, I didn't feel confident. When I got Invisalign, I built my confidence. It was the best investment that I could do.
It takes a rebel to make something beautiful. Beauty takes courage. It's an act of joy. So resist the ordinary and embrace the wow at Floor & Decor.
Welcome to Beach Barrels. No matter where you're from, everyone is a local. Fun times and good vibes await with a wide variety of craft brews, plus our award-winning Primo Hoagies made fresh daily. Dance the night away at the best live music venue in Ocean City. And there's never a bad seat to catch your favorite sports team. Dine in or relax on our outside deck with comfortable seating and beautiful palm trees for a cozy, tropical atmosphere. Beach Barrels open 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. at 132nd and Coastal Highway.
Capture your favorite moments at the CoastTV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at coasttv.com under the Features tab. The CoastTV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
There are many signs that can indicate your loved ones are struggling to take care of themselves. Poor hygiene, a messy house, unexplained weight loss, the list goes on. In-home care is a delicate subject, but can greatly improve their quality of life. Express your concerns without accusing. Involve them in decisions and enlist the help of others.
Homewell Care Services provides quality in-home care 24/7 or short-term care when you need it most.
To learn more about Homewell Care Services, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Get the Coast TV First Alert Weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free Coast TV First Alert Weather app, sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. This is Coast TV News at 11.
It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It's a holiday commonly known as the Day of Service. And as Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken shows us in Milford, some volunteers were hard at work giving back.
Filling bags with food. At the Food Bank of Delaware in Milford, volunteers are packing meal kits as part of their backpack program. It provides for more than 9,000 children every week.
Community service is really a big focus of ours.
The event serves as a way to honor Martin Luther King Jr. on the day bearing his name, which is also referred to as a day of service. Shannon Dowing with the Sussex Family YMCA was excited to be teaching the younger generation through this opportunity.
We have a teen leadership program at the Y, and we wanted to find something to do to really commemorate MLK and what he stood for, which was his active service.
The meal kits help 183 schools, child cares, and preschools each week. For Shamir McLean and her sorority sisters, this has been a tradition for 15 years.
Martin Luther King Jr. was an advocate for people, all mankind. Of course, he fought for equality, but also helping your fellow man. And so this day of service is really all about that. How can we give back to our communities? How can we help each other as a society?
Making a difference one box at a time. The food bank says they had about 80 volunteers participating in the Day of Service and honoring the tradition of giving back on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. In Milford, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy, they've become all the rage, used for weight loss, diabetes, heart disease, and they may have even more health benefits, but there are some risks as well. Researchers found people who took GLP-1 medications had a lower risk for 42 health issues. That includes cancer, dementia, substance abuse disorders, and psychosis. But the research also points to higher risks for 19 health outcomes, primarily risks to the digestive system. They include nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, heartburn, and stomach paralysis. People who took these drugs were also more likely to be diagnosed with problems in their bones and their joints like arthritis and tendinitis. In consumer news, there may be soon a picket line at one of the nation's largest retailers. 18,000 Costco workers are preparing for a potential strike at the company's warehouses in 5 states. Members of the Teamsters Union authorized a strike unless a new deal is reached with the retailer before January 31st, which is when their contract expires. Workers are asking for better wages, better benefits. If the strike does go forward, it's scheduled to start February 1st. Coming up in sports, on fire, hot shooting at the Caesar Rodney game. We have highlights from Camden. And next, celebrating 150 years of Ocean City, the coastal town going all out for this major milestone.
We start the day with a little bit of sunshine tomorrow, but mostly cloudy skies, feeling like the teens all day long. We'll talk about that 10-day forecast when Coast TV News continues.
Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
We're looking for our first house. We're growing a family. The Parker Group and our realtor, Jen, they were great. Helped us get our first home. That was a very smooth, easy process, especially for our first time. Family expanded a little bit more. We went right to the Parker Group because how easy it was first time. And before we knew it, here we are in our next home and we love it.
Our experience with the Parker Group was seamless.
Our realtor and the Parker Group was almost like a family in a way. They were there for us when we needed them. That was a big thing.
100% we would go with the Parker Group again.
Hey, bath guy, do you do roofs? Nope. Do you do lawns? Negatory. Do you do windows and siding? Not a chance.
At Peninsula Bath, we're your local pros for bathroom remodeling, and that's it. Top quality, customer focused, and competitively priced. Ask about our free shower door upgrade and our neediest bathroom contest.
Hey Dad, can you take out the trash?
No son, not a chance.
Peninsula Bath.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead and Dallas Federico.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid Toilet Bowl Cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. So call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com now.
Stay ahead of our ever-changing coastal climate with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Team. Our team is always at work to deliver the accurate forecasts you need. With us, the weather is more than a forecast. It's a part of life.
150 years of Ocean City. The celebration has begun. In January alone, the Ocean City Convention Center will hold multiple events, including their third annual Dream Fest, featuring 4 diverse performances. Outside the center, the town is teaming up with businesses to include deals for shoppers. Bayside Skillet is currently doing a gift card deal you can receive in person or online for the month of January. With all these events and the deals happening right now, the town says you can expect many more of these to happen throughout the year. Today is dubbed Blue Monday. It's a term coined by a UK travel channel alleging that it is the most depressing day of the year. While health experts say Blue Monday isn't real, seasonal depression does exist and it affects millions of people. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has more on how to help yourself cope with feelings of sadness all season long.
The holidays are over. The days darker. The temperatures colder. It may all leave you feeling a bit sadder.
It's a wake-up call that we have to focus on 2025, the next year. And some of us are ready and some of us aren't.
Lee Richardson with the Brain Performance Center says for those who aren't ready, it's okay. The first way to overcome those feelings is to focus on what you can control and put your energy in that direction. Then show yourself some grace.
Check in with yourself every day. So, hey, Lee, what do you need today? What do you need to make your day a little bit better? And sometimes I just need to take a walk.
Richardson says it's also important to hit the pause button, focus on self-care, whether that's exercise, meditation, or deep breathing. Prioritize the things that make you feel at peace.
Sometimes people, they have it in their mind they can't stop. Yes, you can.
And even if you don't feel like it, make social connection a priority this time of year. Richardson says it's a critical key to maintaining your mental health. Finally, she says to remind yourself you're stronger than you may feel.
Everybody has a bad day. It's okay to not be okay, but you have to remind yourself that this too shall pass.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Richardson says if you're feeling down, try doing something nice for somebody else. She says that can actually help to improve your mood, as well as helping out somebody who may also be feeling down this time of year.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
MLK Day meant no school and an off day for most teams around the area, but there was some henlope in action. Let's head up to Camden. Caesar Rodney High School hosting Sussex Tech in boys basketball. Early on, Caden Irizarry doing his thing on the offensive glass. Gonna rip away and score the putback, and the Riders lead later. Kaisan Bacon on the drive. As that ball taken away, twin brother Karan says, I got you. Banks in 2 more. It's 4-3. Other end of the floor, Kyle Thompson off from 3, but check out the junior Chase Warrington. That is his paint bucket plus the foul. Then Holden Stewart gets involved for the black and white. Jump in the passing lane and gliding the other way for the finish. Sussex Tech ahead. Back to the Riders on the boards. Another jumper from the corner. That's off from range, but it's gobbled up by Davy and Stevenson, who flexes his muscles on the inside. 7-6 Riders. Second quarter now. CR with the pressure. Denzel Monk-Jones, the takeaway. Can't finish. Julius Timmons swooping in to clean up. 10-8 Riders. Kenton James doing his thing for the Ravens now. Sticking the runner in the lane. We're all tied up at 10, but then here comes Caesar Rodney. Bacon from range, dials up the deep three, no problem, nylon. Caesar Rodney would roll from there as they win it 51-37. It's Caesar Rodney's 4th win of the season. That's it for sports. Have a great night, everybody.
Coming up next, champagne tastes on a beer budget, the economic reasons bubbly is falling out of favor.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
Tomorrow at 4 on Coast Life, why it's never too early to get your pool sparkling clean for summer. Plus, the great January debate. Is it the season for romance or self-love? Coast Life, tomorrow at 4 on Coast TV.
Ready to upgrade your drive? Visit buyatoyota.com or scan this QR code and start your journey today. Check out a Corolla, very affordable with unmatched efficiency and tech that keeps up with you. Your new Corolla is waiting with deals just a click away, like low 4.99% APR financing or lease across for just $259 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, like myself, in flooring to ensure you not only have the best product to fit your needs, but that your selection flows seamlessly with your remodel.
They know the litany and the bandwidth of products within your budget and based upon your design that can fit your needs.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
Get the CoastTV First Alert Weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free CoastTV First Alert Weather app, sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Either we're not celebrating enough or how we celebrate is changing, because it looks like that favorite pastime of popping champagne is fizzling out. Shipments of bubbly from France dropped close to 10% last year, and this marks the second time in as many years that champagne sales have actually fallen. According to an organization that represents thousands of wine growers, officials say that the popping of these champagne bubbles comes partly because of economic fears about the future, and that's making people a little less likely to have celebratory drinks.
Bitterly cold temperatures will be greeting us outside the door tomorrow morning. It is going to be feeling like the single digits through at least the 10 a.m. hour. By the afternoon, only feeling like the teens, despite air temperatures getting into the lower 20s, and we will have plenty of cloud cover as well. Keep that in mind. The next few mornings, Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning, we're dealing with those wind chill values anywhere between about 0 to 5 below zero. That's why that cold weather advisory is in effect. Frostbite can occur occur in less than 30 minutes, so make sure you cover up any exposed skin and layer up. You can get your latest forecast by dialing our First Alert weather phone, sponsored by Brockstead, Mundalis, and Federico. One last day of bitterly cold temperatures on Wednesday, starting out in near below zero temperatures. We get above the freezing mark Thursday afternoon, and then look at that, by Sunday we're pushing 46 degrees.
Sunday looking pretty good. We just got to get there first. Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, that's up next. And we're going to see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m.